Hello everyone, this is Farhan Jamil and today we are in Saif Training and we got a surprise visit to Sir Afzal Mahmood. ये एक ऐसी पर्सनैलिटी है जिनसे मैं बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पायर्ड हूँ और उसकी वजह ये है जितनी ज़्यादा ग्रिप इनकी हिस्ट्री के ऊपर है, इंडो पाक हिस्ट्री, और जितनी किताबें इन्होंने पढ़ रखी हैं, जितनी स्टोरीज इन्होंने अपने पेरेंट्स से और अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स से सुनी हैं और उनको स्टैश किया, उसको सेव रखा और एवरी टाइम वी टॉक विद हिम उन स्टोरीज को शेयर करते हैं एंड आई गॉट रियली रियली इंस्पायर्ड। कोविड से पहले हम लोगों ने एक ट्रेनिंग भी की इनके साथ जिसका नाम था मिसिंग चैप्टर इन हिस्ट्री। वो सारी बातें जो हम लोगों ने हिस्ट्री के बारे में पढ़ी हैं वो एक बड़ी फैब्रिकेटेड किताबें हैं, बट उस ट्रेनिंग के अंदर इन्होंने जो फैक्ट्स बताए वो बातें जो शायद हम अपनी किताबों में नहीं लिख सकते, दूसरे मुल्क के लोग लिख सकते हैं, शायद हम नहीं लिख सकते, वो रियलिटीज इन्होंने हमें एक्सप्लोर करवाई। और यकीन कीजिए कि वो ट्रेनिंग मैंने खुद अटेंड की और उसके बाद मुझे था कि आई एम ऑल्सो गोना लर्न, आई एम ऑल्सो गोना एक्सप्लोर द हिस्ट्री। वो कुछ वजूहात की वजह से नहीं हो सका, बट एनीवेज आई वांटेड यू गाइस टू मीट विद सर अफजल महमूद एंड ही इज हियर विद अस राइट नाउ। हाउ आर यू सर?
आई एम फाइन, thank you very much for giving a very favorable introduction.
Sir, pleasure is all mine. I am already really inspired by it.
Although I do not deserve such lofty and admiration words for me.
No,
Again,
you do
thank you very much.
सर, अब आप मुझे ये बताइए सबसे पहले टू स्टार्ट विद, आप अगली ट्रेनिंग कब कर रहे हैं?
The planning burden is upon you, and as you will make out a plan and any program, I will be there.
Wonderful. तो आप बस ये समझ लीजिए कि we are going to do it in next few days इंशाल्लाह।
Sure.
सर, अब मुझे ये बताइए how did it start? I mean, आपको कहाँ से हुआ कि यार हिस्ट्री जो है ना ये एक ऐसी चीज़ है जिसने मेरी अटेंशन ले ली है और मुझे हिस्ट्री की बुक्स पढ़नी है, मुझे हिस्ट्री को एक्सप्लोर करना है, कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ सर?
Yes, very nice question. Actually, in 1979, when I was in matric or just passed my matric exam, my elder brother was in GC University, Lahore.
All right.
And in those days, GC University was a shining icon of learning and education. And even getting admission there was a wonderful thing. So he had many books, and one day I saw a fiction book in his shelf, Hum Vahshi.
हम वहशी हैं।
हम वहशी हैं।
ठीक है।
And this was the title of the book. It was a collection of short story written by Krishan Chandar, a well-known writer, fiction writer, and he graduated from FC College.
All right.
Later, during the turmoil of 1947, he migrated to India, and originally he was from Wazirabad. He migrated to India, and the subtitle of the book was एक तोआइफ का खत कायदे आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिन्नाह और पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू के नाम. So actually this was the subtitle which influenced me, which drew me towards this. Then I started.
Would you like to share what was written in that letter?
Yeah, sure. It was very spectacular and it was very painful letter, that how the tragedy of 1947 happened and how ordinary people suffered, and particularly how women suffered on both sides of the divide. And what I later on came to know through the pages of history books and literary history, particularly literary history, because I think the mainstream history accounts fail to depict the suffering, pains and hardships of ordinary people. And especially of women. So I gathered this impression, and this impression is evidenced by and testified by facts of the life, that it was the women who suffered mostly on both sides of the divide, whether it is Hindu women, Sikh women and Muslims. They suffered a lot, and this was corroborated by stories and narration what my mother used to tell me. Because she witnessed everything with her eyes and in our town. So she always narrated us those stories. And whenever she comes to describe a story from partition, his her eyes always filled with tears. So I started coming back what we stated earlier. I started reading, and I think this is the first reading, fiction reading, and it was my introduction to fiction because the reading of this letter not only ended with that letter, it actually opened further venues for me to read other fiction writers, especially Amarta Pritam, Saadat Hasan Manto, a big name, and later on I also came across with stories of Khashwant Singh, a big fiction writer, and Intezar Hussain, and last but not least, Bepsi Sidhwa, a big writer.
And so one more thing that people should know about you, that just as there is a saying, the self-learning is the best learning.
Yeah.
So people might not be aware that you are a government employee and you are not teaching anywhere and you are not reading these books just because you have to do something or you have to share knowledge. It was your own interest. And what I see, you have learned these things, you have read these books for your own self-learning. And that is the reason, the passion that I see in you about the history, I've never seen that anywhere, in any person.
Absolutely. Government service is there to earn my bread and butter. And you know, economy is the absolute thing in life, and without money and finance and with good earning, you cannot have a good life in society. So my job is to cater to the needs, to financial needs, to run family and other life aspect. But the quest for real life does not end with only job. If you earn a sizable salary, it's not the end. So to cater to my passions, I started, as earlier I said that I started fiction by reading that letter, एक त्वाइफ का खत पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू और कायद आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना के नाम. तो when I went through those letters, it gives me horrible things that how और कितना ये तूफानी दौर था 47 का, और इसमें कितनी ट्रेजिडीज हुई और क्या क्या गुजरी. और द वंडरफुल थिंग आई विल शेयर विद यू दैट when this letter, this short story published in a newspaper and it went into high ups circles of power, it was marked, and a police department high officer marked this story, and he take it that as it is a real story, and he directed.
Which was actually not a real story.
No,
it was a fiction story.
It's a fiction,
Okay.
but it's a fiction, and the address of the prostitution was given, I think, as Malabar Roads in Bombay or any other, but now it
There
is
was also a
written-
fictional address.
Yes, it was totally fiction,
Okay.
but it was not totally unreal. Because such incidents which have been narrated, which composed in the story, they happened.
Actually with the people.
Yes, they happened on the ground, in villages, in streets, in big cities. They happened everywhere. So I remember that one was Muslim girl, Batul, and the other was Hindu girl, Bela, and they were kidnapped and they were brought to a prostitution house in Bombay.
Okay.
And the prostitution lady did not want to do with them what other people and what society did with those girls and what society did with women at large. So she kept them at the backside of his prostitution house.
All right.
And she never allowed customers to go there. But whenever some customers slipped into the backside of her house, they stared those girls with very heinous eyes and look. So the central point of the story is that the prostitution lady, the name slipped from my mind now.
All right. All right.
She suggested Qaid-e-Azam and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru that you should come forward and you must give shelter such girls and such ladies which are broiling on both sides of the divide in different cities. And I think, although it was a fictional story, but it has a greater truth. And this gave impact that after 2 years of partition, a commission was formed comprising from both sides, from India and Pakistan, to locate, to dig out the whereabouts of missing ladies on both sides of the divide, in India and Pakistan. And those commissions were comprising on ladies of higher influence, and they visited different cities like Lahore and Gujarat and Sheikhupura. And similarly, the commission also visited Jalandhar, Ambala, Delhi, and other cities of, and they dig out those ladies and missing women who have been abducted and who have been forcefully brought into the houses of other faith people. So this story was the basic milestone, and it was a hallmark which introduced me with fiction. And now I think that fiction written by these big names which I narrated earlier, they tell you different stories which unfortunately remain missing in the mainstream of history. And perhaps this is not the job of a mainstream historians, because they focus on the activities of main political players, political parties. They concentrate on the working committees of Congress. They focus on agenda given by Congress and Muslim Leagues and Lord Viceroy, and their narrative and their writings revolve around the mainstream politics. But what happened to ordinary people? Because there was a promise that when British power, imperialist power, shall left this country, our problems will be solved and life will come to a normal. But unfortunately, this did not happen. And that's why a big poet, Faiz Ahmad Faiz, was bound to write ये दाग दाग उजाला ये शब कसीदा सहर, वो इंतजार था जिसका ये वो सहर तो नहीं, चले थे यार कि मिल जाएगी हमें मंजर, लेकिन ऐसा ना हो. तो I was now I come again to my previous point that I was introduced by a short story, and then I continued my journey despite my familial responsibilities and my official deliberations and leaving, but I keep on to cater to my inner needs, my spiritual needs, which were catered by reading and come to different authors. So that's why.
And sir, one more thing is there. When we were having that missing chapter in the history, you shared an element that I usually quote on different places as well now. I learned it from you. And that was when this thing was decided that we are going to make a new country, Pakistan. So people asked the question that how will people move, will shift from India to Pakistan and Pakistan to India? And someone said, I don't know exactly who said it, but someone said there is no need of shifting.
Yeah.
We'll draw a line,
Yeah.
and people here will be Indian and people here will be Pakistani. But after that, you showed us the real picture, which was the missing chapter.
Yeah.
That shifting, how many people died over there, and what happened at that time, just because it was not properly planned.
Sure. Transfer of population was not part of the partition. It was not part of the partition agenda and rules and regulations. And everybody who were in decision making, they never thought and conceived that there would be a transfer of population. And on this scale, so there was an American journalist who asked Lord Mountbatten that, do you think there will be a transfer of power? And he straightforward refused this. There is no transfer. I don't see any transfer of power. But it happened. And that's why BBC made a big documentary in India. And when he comes to narrate the killings and horrible events of partition, he acknowledged that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Mahatma Gandhi, they were person who never thought to kill even a bird. But why this happened? Because things went uncontrolled. And those people who transferred, they were forced to transfer. Otherwise, nobody want to leave their home, their business, and their love with the earth, with where they born. So it was a forced migration, and people from Lahore were forced to leave, and similarly, people in other cities of India, they were forced to quit their jobs, and then the main responsibility, I think, lies with the British imperialist powers, because they were in power and they remained disinterested, and all this turmoil and killing and genocide happened. And as you asked that how many people died or killed, there are different versions given by government statistics, but they say that 200,000 people killed, but it is not reality. There are historical evidence that G.D. Khosla was a Lahore High Court judge, and similarly Pendle Moon was a deputy commissioner at Bahawalpur. So these persons, such responsible persons, they gathered different data, and they suggest that almost 1 million people from Hindu, Muslim, Sikhs, they were killed. They were genocide, and this killing was organized killing, and people tried to kill everyone of different faith.
Good.
So this is very horrible.
Well, sir, I am again mesmerized by the information that you are sharing, and I assure you, whenever he is going to have the training with us in SIFE training, you must come and attend that training, and you will outburst with the knowledge and with the real missing chapter, and you're going to get the information which is not easily available because he has explored those things. तो अगर आपको कभी जिंदगी में मौका मिले सर से मिलने का या उनकी ट्रेनिंग अटेंड करने का, आई पर्सनली हाईली रिकमेंड यू टू अटेंड दैट. Thank you so very much for watching, and thank you so very much for coming, sir.
Thank you.